Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Garden of Sports Fantasy Hockey Podcast. I'm your host, Zach Gardner, alongside my brother Jake.
What's up, everyone?
And today we have our Week 16 waiver ads and prep episode, and we're just going to dive right into our weekly 3x3.
As they say in hockey, let's do that hockey.
All right, so starting her off this week, I got Jason Zucker. He has 4 points in his last 4 games. He's got a 4 average on the year. He's doing really good, and I'm pretty sure he's up there on the top line at Pittsburgh. So, definitely love to see that. He's on the second line with Evgeny Malkin and Rickard Rakell. So, he's doing really good there. And he's on the second power play as well. So, he's getting some power play time, looking pretty good. So, definitely a guy with a 4 average on the year. He's scoring pretty well when he plays. Definitely a guy you want to be getting into your lineups.
Yeah, I like this guy, and he's very emotional on the skates there, and he gets a lot of good pictures for the graphic, so it's really fun. Love designing the graphic with him, dude. So I hope he keeps it up. Yeah.
Well, can't wait to see that.
Yeah, my first guy on the board, Adam Henrique. I know there's a lot of haters out there, but he has 4 goals and 3 assists in the last 5 games, so I couldn't pass him up. And he's very low rostered, 8.3% rostered.
Yeah.
And that's got to be, for a guy that's just available, that's got to be one of the best hot streaks out there right now.
Yeah, that's a pretty damn good hot streak. And yeah, who are these haters you speak of? I have no idea what you're talking about there.
Well, obviously, a lot of people don't roster him, so there's not a lot of trust there. And then I know you're a hater, so you're the hockey expert, the resident hockey expert.
I do say, what is this?
I do declare.
I do declare that you are mistaken, sir.
Oh my gosh. You can't deny this greatness, though.
Oh, goodness me. No, that is very good. 4 goals, 3 assists in 5 games. I'm just, I've never been an Adam Henrique fanboy, so, but he is no denying that he's on a very, very maybe the best hot streak in the league right now of someone that this low owns. So, definitely worth a look for sure.
Yeah, check him out.
And then my second guy here, Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. Yes, say that 3 times very fast. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen.
Yeah.
Yeah, gotta love that name. I think that's Swedish if I ever heard. But getting the majority of the starts for Buffalo, he's a highly thought of prospect in their system. Seeming to be ahead of schedule in development. I don't think anyone thought that he'd be getting 75-80% of the starts at this point in his career. He's in his early 20s. Very young in the way of goalies. Usually they come into the league later in their career. Very rarely do you get a very young goalie that's 20 years old starting all that much for you, unless it's, generational talent.
Yeah.
So Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, definitely give him a look. And he's a very good, speaks the Swedish. And
I'm just picturing him trying to get across the border and the officers think he's fucking with him.
Yeah, he's coming in with his snowshoes, and he's got his 10 Huskies bringing him in. Sleds, I don't know.
What's your name, son? Ukko-Pekka? Last name? Luukkonen. Your name is Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. Okay, gay.
All right, yeah, this is some kid with a fake ID here.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, so, go give him a look. Go give him a looking in. And maybe he'll give you a winning in. And yeah. Who's your second guy, Jake?
Oh no. All right. I have Victor Olofsson. This is a guy we've been talking about on and off all year. He kind of goes in these little hot streaks, and he's playing tonight, but before tonight, in the last 3 games, he had 4 goals. So that's a nice little hot streak, and that's what he's known for, is scoring. So I think if you don't like Henrique and you need some scoring, this is the guy to go to.
There you go. Yeah, Victor Olofsson. I was telling Jake earlier on the phone, he loves this story. he really helped me conceal the victory last year in the fantasy playoffs for my championship win there. Over our championship 2 weeks matchup, he was averaging like over 5 points, and really was like the pickup of the championship. And so I just really wanted to fit that in there real quick. Pepperidge Farm.
Congratulations! Congratulations! How you doing this year?
I gotta hold on to the good memories, Jake. I gotta hold on.
It's all over.
Yeah. Now I'm just drinking myself to drinking away my sorrows because I am.
This guy drives for a living. Watch the road.
I am under 500. I'm 7-8.
Holy
it's
crap.
been a rough ride.
When was the last time you were 7-8?
I don't know if I've ever been.
I don't think you have ever been.
I've never been 7-8. So this is the first. A year of firsts for me. I don't know what it's like to not win. I don't know what it's like championships. Championships is like, oh,
you got Kane back.
Yeah, I got him back, so maybe I'll go on a little
big help.
Yeah, maybe I can get up to 6th seed now, so that'd be nice. I can only hope, Jake. So yeah, Victor Olofsson, good pickup.
Yeah, who's your third guy?
Yeah, it's my third guy here, JT Comfer. I like to call him JT Gopher. If you look at his picture.
Well.
JT Comfer, 5 points in the last 4 games, looking very, very, very good. He's on the second line with Valerie Nichushkin and Mikko Rantanen, and he's on the second power play, that second PP, and he's looking very good. So, Comfer, he's getting me some points the last couple of weeks. And as you can tell, by me having a 7-8 record, points are hard for me to come by lately. So me likey the points. JT Comfer has been getting me some of those. So very happy with him. Glad to talk about him on the episode. Hopefully you guys are starting to pick him up too, because he seems to be helping a lot of people out right now and seems to be a good pickup.
At least a stream.
Definitely a stream. I don't know, but his minutes have climbed ever since Nichushkin came back. And he's been kind of settling into that second line. Looks like that's where he's going to stay for now. With him, he's playing really well with Nichushkin and Rantanen. They might have found a good second line there. And I just hope that it keeps that way, because with Rantanen on that line, I like both the Nichushkin and Comfer, both of them. But Comfer's way less owned, so he's definitely more available to get. But, you got to hope Rantanen stays on that second line, because he definitely makes these guys have a lot more fantasy value. And if he ever gets put up to the first line, that's just the talent level on that line drops a little bit, so maybe their points drop. But for right now, Comfer's getting points just because he's on a really good line, so definitely want to be picking him up.
For sure. My third guy, Josh Anderson, the Montreal Canadiens. What the fuck? You told me to pick this guy.
What are you talking
He just wants to shit on my guy. Yeah.
don't know what you're talking about, man.
Yeah, talk about Josh Anderson, will you? No. I can't do it. Somebody's got to do it. Your bitch ass. All right. So, Zach, I guess
whatever are you talking about? I don't know.
I could have done Ryan Graves, but anyway. Josh Anderson, 3.8% rostered, and he's got... Oh, my God. Josh Anderson has 3 goals in the past 3 games.
Oh, man. Pretty good.
I guess all my guys are just forwards scoring goals, so not that crazy. I'm the forwards guy.
Hey, goals are good. We like goals.
Yeah, just look for him to keep it going, basically.
Yeah, I mean...
But if like Victor and Henrique and guys like Zucker aren't available... this is like a deeper league kind of move.
And I was joking around with Jake there, but I do think Anderson still is a good move if you're in a very deep league, and a lot of these guys might be taken for you. If you're in a very competitive league, a lot of these guys, some of these guys might not be available. Josh Anderson is a pretty good option right now in that kind of situation, because he's widely available, and he is on a 3-game goal streak. So definitely not, while I joke around with Jake because he's, Anderson, he's a streamer. He's okay. He's an okay player in real life, but like right now, he's a guy you might want to consider picking up if you need some points. Definitely could not be a absolutely awful move. So
for sure.
Yeah, and then lastly, I just wanted to talk once again about Ryan Graves. We've been bringing him up the last couple of weeks, but I want to mention him again because he's still only like 28% rostered, and he's just really cooking with gas right now. He's got 6 points in his last 7 games, averaging 21 minutes of ice time, and just, really not much else to say. I just want to keep bringing his name up, getting his name out there because he's going to get you guys points if he is available in your specific league and you can pick him up. He's a defenseman scoring points, and those are hard to come by, especially this time of year. So whenever you can get your hands on one like that, that's putting point streaks together, that's not something to sneeze at for sure.
It's also his best time of the year because it's a lot darker around this time, and that's when it's a better time for hunting.
Yeah,
if you need, if you feed on humans to survive, this is the best time of the year.
Best time of the year for vampires.
For Graves, it's going really good. I mean, and you could see it in his play. The guy's eating.
He's eating. He's eating great. So Ryan Graves, Ryan Dracula Graves. We got him.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I forgot that whole rant we went on last week about that. It was so funny.
Yeah.
Now we'll break into surprises of the week.
A surprise, to be sure, but a welcome one.
What a welcome one. I got Kevin Hayes. Ooh. He just went off this week, Kevin Hayes. He finished. That's a good nickname for him. He finished the week 3rd in scoring in our league. 5 goals, 1 assist in 5 games with 3 power play points. 22 shots on goal. It's pretty damn good. So he's shooting the puck very well. You love to see it because Jake, I'm going to pose you a question here. What happens when you shoot the puck?
Goals.
Yeah, the puck has a chance of going in the net there. So the more shots, the better. You love to see it. 22 shots averages out to in 5 games. That's 4 shots a game. I mean that's pretty good numbers.
Yeah, really weird. He's still 40% rostered.
It is. It's really just because everybody knows the Flyers are booty cheeks, but. I mean, that doesn't mean that you just neglect their best players.
He did have some downtime there, but...
he did have a little bit, but he was still, point per game, even with
looks like he's back.
Yeah, it looks like he's back. Kevin Hayes is back. But yeah, just really surprising just to see how great of a year he's having. I never would have thought he would be this good, so I just, definitely surprising that he's keeping it up.
For sure. My surprise, Erik Karlsson. I just wanted to ask you, is he a god?
Well, he is a very good hockey player. Maybe not a god, but definitely very, very...
barely rosterable the past couple of years. And then all of a sudden, he goes on this streak, and then even in the beginning of the year, we're like, sell high, but he has never slowed down.
He's so good. I really think that he just couldn't coexist with Brent Burns because it was kind of Brent Burns' team, and then he got brought in, and he just, it was a battle of them two trying to be like the number one guy, and the ice time wasn't there for both of them to carry a team because they're both alpha guys. I don't think they could coexist together.
Obviously not.
And so, I mean, I didn't think Erik Karlsson he's looking like vintage Ottawa Senators Erik Karlsson, which I didn't think we'd ever see again. I thought that was long gone. Mm-hmm. But apparently he just needs to be like the only good defenseman on a team. And there you go.
There you go. All right. Did the math. Checks out.
Yeah. So if you want Erik Karlsson to be good on your team, you got to have a bunch of bums and then just have him be like your main guy. He can do everything for you.
Perfect. It's also the Blackhawks want him.
Yeah, okay. That would be such a Blackhawks move.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We're running it back with Kane, Taves, and Erik Karlsson. We're going to call it the Gravediggers.
Hey, wasn't that Pittsburgh team in the early 2010s really old?
The Pittsburgh team? The Bruins. Yeah, the Bruins were... Yeah. Well, no, they actually had some young... Like, they had Brad Marchand, who was, like, young, rookie, young. And then they had They had Jesus, the guy in Dallas now. They had Tyler Sagan for his first couple years in the league when he was like breaking out. They had a lot of good young talent, but they also had Zdeno Chara, who was their old defenseman, and he was. But they had a very nice mix of old and young guys. They weren't just all old.
Like the announcer saying they were like this old regime against the young Blackhawks.
Well, compared to the Blackhawks, they were an older team, but they had some young, really good players on that team though. On those teams back then. Yeah, they were pesky, those Bruins. But yeah, Erik Karlsson, definitely a good surprise there, Jake. Now we'll break into some big injury updates. All right, so we'll start her off here. I'm just going to run down this list. Jake DeBrusk has resumed skating, but he's still on IR. Looks like he might be coming back soon, though. Jakob Slavin, this kind of sucks. Day to day, he's a good defenseman in Carolina. Cale Makar, day to day, with an upper body. He hopes to be back soon, though, but sucks for Cale Makar owners. He's been unavailable for a couple days.
Unavoidable.
Josh Norris is going to miss the rest of the season. This really sucks, but it's time to drop him, boys. Just couldn't get it back out there on the ice, but it, had to shut her down. It's very sad, but Josh Norris will be back. Tyler Mott on IR. He's with a finger. He hopes to be back soon. And then we got Chris Letang on the IR with a lower body. Going to miss more time. Isn't traveling with the team. We hoping he gets back out there soon. Gets back on the ice. Then we got Andrei Burakovsky and Jaden Schwartz, both day to day. We got Pavel Buchnevich day to day with the lower body injury. Torrey Krug, IR, he's got a lower body. He's getting close to returning, getting back out there on the ice. And then we got Mark Stone, now day to day, no longer out. Hopefully he's back out there on the ice soon. Having a very nice year on the ice. Alex Ovechkin, day to day, lower body. Hopefully he gets back out there on the ice. And Cole Caulfield out for the year with a shoulder injury. Hoping he gets back out there on the ice next season.
Shut the hell up! Oh my god!
Doing my hockey coach talk, dude.
Jesus.
My hockey coach.
You lost all viewers.
Every single hockey coach.
God.
Hopefully someone thought it was funny. If not, just tell me in the comments never to do that again, and I will listen to you. So.
All right, I'll make a rogue account and tell you to shut the fuck up.
Timestamp it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with that, break into some deep league moves. All right, I'll just run this list down as well. I got Nick Blankenberg, defenseman. On Columbus, 1.7% rostered, widely available. He's got 1 goal, 2 assists the last 7 days, 5 hits and 5 blocks also in that time. And he's just waiting in the wings for that top power play spot that may be in the not too distant future with how well he's been playing. So really, Nick Blankenberg, you can pick him up as like a good streaming option right now with his little scoring streak that he's been on, but you're really waiting to get the news that he's now on the top power play. So be watching the daily face-off lines, see, where he's going to end up before every game. And if they do put him in that top power play spot, I think this guy can score a bunch of points. He seems to be pretty decent young scoring D-man who's just waiting for his opportunity with more ice time and everything. So Nick Blankenberg, name to watch for sure. And then we got Matt Martin, 0.7% rostered. He's got 2 goals his last 4 games, but the real thing here to look at, the 29 hits. I mean, this guy is a fucking banger. So Matt Martin, might be like a nice high floor ad, especially if you're in a banger league. This guy should probably be picked up because hits like that, that'll win you a week. Just that alone. So you love to see it. And then I got Simon Benoit. 0.4% rostered, the young defenseman on Anaheim. A lot of young defensemen this week. Love to see it. 2 goals his last 4 games as well. And then he's got 12 hits and 9 blocks. Very well-rounded stats. Could be a little something here, especially in a banger league that counts those stats. Hits and blocks. The goals obviously in the games are nice. 12 hits, 9 blocks. You'll take that from a D-man pickup streamer. 0.4% rostered. He's out there. So be on the lookout for him. I think that's a name that we might be hearing. I think I'm really excited about the future of Benoit and Blankenberg. I think both these guys can have a decent career. I think they can be like fantasy relevant guys in the future. They're just so young right now. The ice time isn't quite there yet, but these guys are so young. And then I also got Rasmus Ristolainen, old Risto. He's 14.1% rostered.
Dude, no one's ever called him that.
Dude, that's like what everyone calls him.
Old Risto.
Old Risto.
What the hell are you talking about?
Dude, that's how I got him on my phone when we talk. So, old Risto.
All right. I think you need to cut that and have it as a soundbite.
Old Risto. Yeah.
If he's ever good again. Yeah.
Yeah, but he's 14.1% rostered. He's got 1 goal, 2 assists in his last 5 games, 7 hits and 7 blocks. You love to see it. The old 7-7 with old Risto. And just be on the lookout for him. Nice high floor D-man. I think if you need a defensive points for like a stream, late in the week, someone to look at. And then we also got Pavel Zacha. 6.6% rostered. He's got 3 goals and 2 assists in his last 4 games. He's on Boston. He's like a middle 6 forward. So, just a forward to look at for streaming options. And then also similarly, Morgan Frost. He's only 1.6% rostered. Old Frosty, they call him. 2 goals, 1 assists in his last 5 games.
Yeah, they all
with
have
7
the
hits
old
and 3 blocks. Old Frosty.
Old Frosty boy.
Old Frosty. Frosty boy. Oh, okay, there you go. All right, that's beautiful. Yeah. All right. And then that'll do it with Deep League moves.
Ooh.
Now we're gonna break into Banger of the Week. All right. Who we got a Banger of the Week, Jake? Hit us with it.
Matt Martin at 29 hits the last 7, dude.
Yeah,
I wanted to ask you if that was a record.
That's the record since we've been doing Banger of the Week the last like 4 or 5 weeks. Matt Martin. We've had a couple in like the lower 20s. We haven't had 29, almost 30. That's pretty crazy. How many games is that? I gotta look that up. Well, I
think he might have had 5 in 1 week.
5 games.
5 games in 1 week. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got to be the record though.
Yeah, that definitely. Matt Martin, he played 4 games over the last week, actually. So that's
wow,
that's crazy.
Just
that's like 6
shit out of
6
guys.
hits a game. Yeah, that's crazy. Matt, 29 hits in 1 week. I mean, you love to see it. That could be the record. We're keeping track of this, so we'll find out. I've never seen 30 hits in a week. That's insane. So. Love to fucking see it, and that'll do her, boys. That'll do her. We will be back next week with another fresh fantasy hockey episode, but before we close off here, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, hit all those right now. We're not leaving until you do. Tick tock, tick tock. You want to get notified when our episodes drop. You want to get all the content that we're creating. We are doing Streamer of the Week. That's a new thing we started doing for the last couple of weeks. You definitely want to be on the lookout for those.
Yeah.
Or Streamer of the Day. Sorry, Streamer of the Day, where every day we're posting the streamer to pick up for games that day, games that night. So, be on the lookout for those. We're posting those on our community page for our subscribers to see. We're also posting those on our social media accounts. So we have Facebook, facebook.com/Garden of Sports Podcast. We have Instagram, instagram.com/Garden of Sports. And we have Twitter, twitter.com/GOSPod 2021. Go give us a follow and, get notified about those streamers of the day. And,
yes, sir.
Anything else there, Jake?
No, sir.
All right. Well, we will see you all back here next week with another fresh fantasy hockey episode. Have a great week, everyone.
Yep. Thanks, everyone.